Hey everyone, how are you this evening? This is your hostess with the mostest, Donna Smith. I am here to let you know that our show that we do every Sunday, the time has changed. Some of you know, and some of you are getting to know. We are starting at 4 o'clock. If you have any ideas of a different start time, we're kind of throwing some things around, but right now it's 4 o'clock, and that's 4 to 5:30. And we are here doing our grown folk talk sessions every Sunday. We will not be back for another couple of weeks. We got some things we're working on, and we do welcome your ideas and everything to let us know how you feel, what you're thinking. Even if you have some hot topics that you would like me to talk about, let me know. We're here to help you. And we got three on the panel right now. We're gonna start it off with talking about some good stuff and
Hmm.
just do what we do. This is what we do. We bring the vibe and the energy with who's there. We have our lovely lady here. Hey,
Hey, it's Sylvia. Hey.
is one that will let you know what's on her mind without biting her tongue. And we have Ron and myself, and anyone else who wants to chime in. We're here for a little briefy, but I wanted to touch on Sylvia real quick to give our audience an idea of the type of things we talk about. You and I was talking briefly about stalkers. About being in a situation where you're being stalked by someone that you're trying to let go, or you're trying to not be bothered with anymore, or just be friends, and that's it. And they want to keep pushing and taking it to another level. What has been your experience, and what advice would you give someone that is being stalked by someone, whether it's a man or a woman?
Well, in a state of mind like that, it depends on how it come about. There's warning signs that we all can say, if I was dating him, I seen them coming and I should have walked out, but it was the final straw that made me walk out. Those warning signs, after one or two, pay attention to the wake up call
And
because
what would you, if you had to give two warning signs to enlighten someone or to have someone look out for, what would be those two warning signs in your opinion?
say for instance, I had a situation where internally, as we call it, that gut feeling. I was attracted to him, but it was stuff about him that wasn't cool.
Okay.
So I never went to his house because within the first 3 months, I have to really feel comfortable with you. That's me. And if I don't feel comfortable with you, I'm not coming in your house. So I'm like, hey, let's go out to eat. This is to see if you willing to go out in public with me or if you hiding from a woman that ain't your girlfriend, but she your friend like that. Because this day and era is, oh, that's just pretty much a friend of mine. And it comes with some benefits that is not always beneficial to others.
So
So,
friends is not really friends. It's just a term that people use sometimes, or as
yeah,
friends with benefits. Like they still
right.
call it that, right? So that's not just a friendship. That's
It's
something bigger
intimacy.
than that.
It really is. And people think it's friends with benefits. But when you start laying with a person, you have opened them up to you. You let them inside of your soul. We don't look at it that way, but it's the God's to honest truth. That's
That's a good point.
I mean,
You
but
I
that's
need
not
to
part of the
bring it.
benefits. That's the part of being friends with benefits. The friend part, we know, but the benefit of
no,
being a
because
friend with
everybody,
benefit is to be
The
intimate with them.
sex.
no,
The
it's not
sex
a
or the intimacy, right? The sex or the intimacy, because intimacy can be outside of the bedroom too. So are
Mhm.
right.
we just talking about friends with benefits when it comes to sex, or friends with benefits? Because some people just need companionship.
It's
They
more
need to
so,
have you around. They need to talk with you. They need to go to their family uh, function on their arm, but you're friends. So what is the benefits wrapped all
unfortunately,
in
the
one?
benefit is not that because when you start going out with a person and being around them, You know, you setting a platform for something. This person's filling you out. And I'm a woman that if I friend zone a man, platonic friends, friends and strictly a friend for those who don't know what platonic is.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Once I friend zone you, it's not going to change.
So no
Oh, I
matter
feel
what
that.
they do or whatever, so does that initiate the stalking behavior, you think, to some who want
Well,
more? And
with one person, I believe it did because I feel as your friend, when you in need, if male or female, if I'm your friend, you're my platonic friend. I don't like women like that. If I talk to you on the phone, I pour my problems out to you, you pour your problems out to me, you share your goods, you share your lows, vice versa. Now, if you sitting over there, you don't have no food in your house. If I have it, I'll help you.
Is that
As my
friends with
friend,
benefits or that's just what
no,
friends
that's a
do?
platonic friend.
that's a good
However,
Right.
point, Ron. Sylvia,
No,
did you hear what you just asked? Is that friends with benefits or is
no,
that
I'm
that's a,
just my
that is a
point. I
no,
guess my
that's a
question is
friend
when
of
somebody
mine.
say friends with benefit,
It's
what is that
always
benefit?
sexual. Just know that when they say benefits, it's sexual.
I thought so.
Oh,
It's
okay.
always
So the
sexual.
benefit, it ain't got nothing to do with the you
No,
know,
it's
the
always
benefits
sexual.
of giving them things or whatever. It's all about the sex when they
It's always sexual. Whenever I've encountered a friend with benefits, it's
Mhm.
always that's my friend, but that ain't my friend. But the moment you see him with another woman, you looking like, well, who is she? But that's your friend, though. Remember?
Right.
but you went to the benefit zone.
Yeah,
That's the thing. That's where the
sexual.
connection, like you said, that letting them into your soul per se. I guess that exchanging of, you know, the fluids in that intimate interaction
Right,
takes it to another level.
right. And I had a friend. We're strictly friends, right? And because I told him, I said, hey, you know, we had a couple drinks. May I mind you, I go to this man's house in a sweatsuit. I'm not over there in a short dress with a thong or nothing on up under. I'm there in a sweatsuit.
Uh-huh. So
The,
you wasn't trying to entice or tease him. You
in no
just went
kind of
over
way,
there.
in no kind of
Okay.
way.
And
And
what happened with
feel
that?
comfortable. I feel comfortable around him because may I mind you, the first person I didn't feel comfortable around him, just through the phone. It was off, and we went out to eat once. We went out to eat and watched last season in January. We watched the Niners beat whoever they beat to end up in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
He was inappropriate in the restaurant. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm laughing, I'm giggling. We in my car because nigga, I jump in my car, you will get left. How you get home is your business. Don't play with me. So
So he was inappropriate with his demeanor
no,
towards.
it was what he did. He didn't touch on me inappropriate, but he kept pressing his back up against my breast. And it's like, come on, you 300 pounds. I'm over here holding at 150. You too big to be pressing up your back. And so it's like you being inappropriate because I know what you're doing. You're trying to fill my little sisters out.
Oh, he was trying to feel your sisters.
Yeah, by his back, pressing up against me. And I'm like, get off of me.
Was that? Oh, was he dancing with you or what
Oh
was
no,
it?
honey, we were sitting down at a table watching the Super Bowl, the NFC
Oh,
championship. So I'm like, okay, this is strike number one. Okay, so we go out to the movie theater. The way he behaved there, that was the strike that struck and burnt down everything.
decided you didn't want to deal with him anymore. So when
At
you
all.
let
I don't
that
want to talk to
go,
you. Yeah, and I even
when you cut him, did he still try to push and stalk you, or
yes, he did. And I didn't know it because he was like, oh, I go to the Safeway by like months later when Corona came out. I called him. I'm like, hey, I just want to know how things at the job is going with Corona. And you know, you guys deal with the homeless population. How are they serving y'all? How is everybody being done? The clients, you know, everybody. And he says, oh, I'm working from home. I'm like, oh, okay, that's good. And before I 86 him, I tried to talk to him and tell him what he did at the movie theater that was extremely inappropriate. And he was so
was
inappropriate.
he understanding? Was he understanding to you what you were saying?
Yeah, when I hadn't talked to him in months, but when I was trying to talk with him, when the situation he made me uncomfortable, He made another person uncomfortable to the point she sent the theater manager in there where we were.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is embarrassing now.
But okay, you start off with somebody, y'all vibing, you haven't gotten to the point of a relationship status, but you feeling each other, you attract to each other. And you know, grown folks, we do what we do. You have a night where everything going good, it's romantic, it's cool, you vibing, you had a few drinks, and boom, you end up in the bed. So that doesn't make you in a relationship because you ended up in that bed.
Correct.
Exactly.
So how do so at that point you are still friends with benefits. And
That's how I looked at it. I may
the
be wrong.
person change their directional, they may not have been ready yet for a relationship. This is why communication is so important. You need to talk
Agree.
before you get to see where a person's mindset
And
is.
that's the whole thing, because you know what? Somebody asked me. Remember, I told you about Mr. I told him, don't marry that woman. He
Right.
asked me this. He was like, so you saying you've never had a one night stand? No. I've never met nobody at 10 o'clock. We was at lunch at 12 o'clock and in the hot tubs at 1 o'clock. I've never done that in my life. And he was like, wow, you really are different. Oh, because I grew up in the projects, is that why you thought I was supposed to do that?
There's a large percentage, I'm not going to say every woman or every man, but people, the women of today, a lot of them are free with their wants, needs, and desires. And they're bold with it. You know, they're bold. They come up to a man and they let him know what they want to do before he even has had a chance to process if he want to even do that with her. He's coming at her in a bold way, and men are taking that as face value. Like, women are just different. So when they meet a woman who is not trying to go there like that, he's like, well, what's wrong with her?
You're a different breed. Because trust me, them women out there, just like she said,
But they're my
they come
age.
right up to you, your
They're my
age.
age.
No, and they younger too. They come right up to you and be
Younger
like,
and they be older.
yeah, they be like,
So I'm not saying that, you know, that don't exist, but it kind of, and may I mind you, me and him been friends, strictly friends, nothing gonna never happen. And I don't know, we were talking about somebody, and I was like, when I friend zone somebody, a platonic friend, a friend is strictly a friend. Once I personally friend zone you, there's no door to open for me to lay with you. Not because I want to, because like
Right.
we all, it has to be some kind of desire. And I'm
Right.
not gonna sleep with you because you want me to sleep with you. See, and that defeats the purpose, because now I feel like you pissed on me. That's my thinking. I don't knock people for having one night stands. I don't. But I would tell you that's not what I do. And you not gonna meet me at 2 o'clock and be in my bed at 9 o'clock. That's just not who I
I
am.
think as women and even men, I think the more mature you get and the more life you live, you set the foundation and your standards in the beginning. Some people misread and misjudge. Okay, let's say for instance me. I'm very much a mature, classy, not to be toot my own horn type of woman. But I also have that very gregarious, outspoken, and real life persona about me. It comes out in my writing, it comes out in my music, it comes out in how I speak with some of my questions. So some judge that. Some judge that, and they will come at you in a way, oh, she talks about sex. Ooh, man, how she said that, and they'll come at you in that hot, sizzling type of way. Where I have to say, because being an artist, art is a self-expression, whether you're painting it, drawing it, singing it, rapping it, spoken word in it, it's an expression. It doesn't mean that it's something personal. Because I'm talking about getting down with somebody and making all these sounds. I'm not telling you what I do in my bedroom, but I'm drawing a picture. I'm baiting you in because I know this is what people like. But
right.
people will judge that. And I think that men judge women and women judge men too. Just like a man who and Tom, you can chime in on this. A man with a good status, a good paycheck.
Mhm.
You know, he's making six figures almost. He got a
Mhm.
good career. Some women will judge the fact that his pockets is fat. I'm
Right.
gonna get with him. It ain't got nothing to do with his personality, how he look, how he gonna treat her, or whatever. It's about
The pockets.
he makes a good living. He got a house. That Negro got he do this and this and that. And that's judging. And that's being selfishly judging because you get with people or go after them for the wrong reasons. So if a woman is dressing all sexually and alluring, or just maybe her verbiage is in a sexy way, the first thing a man is going to think of is, man, I could tear her ass up and I want to.
But in a man's perspective, for me, a man perspective, just because she talks sexy, that just means that at some point she gonna be sexual. So that means like if a person that can talk sexy and sexual don't mean they don't necessarily say I want to hit that, but if they pursued it and they got to that point, it's gonna be dynamic because she's sexual. That's really the
That's
first
your
attraction.
thinking because she's given
Yeah, she
that
already got that vibe. So if we ever get together and get to that point, it's gonna be dynamic. And then you have the hidden fruit where persons don't really say that much, but then when you get together, they be El Super Frico. You never know.
some
But
of them they call closet freaks.
yeah, I mean, but for the first attraction is that a person that's talking and they content. Because like I said, this snow satchel chick, that's the first attraction. Okay, you like what? So then when you
Well,
start
why would they
listening,
be?
huh?
My question is, why would they be considered a closet freak? Because see, the way I look at that is like, is you're always told to be a lady in the streets, but a freak in the bed.
Well, not everybody was told that.
I can't speak for me,
People
but
be
I
on the
Yeah.
know,
freak street.
and I was also told, I was
Mhm.
also taught, them women that's out here showing you they everything, that's a woman of the night. And 9 out of 10, that's how she's used. And it's some insecurities that has happened from childhood all the way up to now that you feel that you got to have your goods in the streets. And here come the lady who, such as myself, I don't have my goods in the streets. I got a little sex appeal to me. And whatever dress I have on, if it's to my ankles, I have a split in it. Or it's something about that dress that can tell, it's a little sneak peek. But I can have every cocktail clean on up to this clean cut brother in a business suit with his briefcase looking my way. And it makes me uncomfortable because I'm like, why are you staring so hard? What is it
Well,
that I
that
have
summer
on?
dress that's clinging in the nice summer breeze, and it's clinging to your curves, and maybe it's a little light sheer to it. He's a man, and some men
Absolutely. I don't know
get
what
turned on
man
by
wouldn't look
sexy.
at something attractive. Now, staring is a thing, but you know, I just say this on behalf of all the men. Any woman who wear out there, why would give a shit what she have on? If she look good, there's a man gonna look at it. Now,
Right.
if it
And
look
if you
real
like
good to
that
him,
look,
if it look real good to him, he may stare at it for a long time. So I mean, it may not be on his part like he thinking, oh, she's a slut. He might be like, God damn, that shit fitting nice.
it's like I said, it's the woman of the night. And you know who I mean, the lady of the hour. You'll see her walk past everybody here, even women here is gonna go just like this. Well,
Mhm.
damn, you know. And then you have the ones that can put on a dress and come down the street and people looking, but the silence and the look is different.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is well question. You chick walking around with her goddamn ass cheeks hanging out. A motherfucker gonna look at it like, damn, and versus that woman who coming, that ass cheek is in there, but she got it tucked away as something nice. The man gonna respond the same way. The one thing is easier because the lady of the night, he figure he'll catch her ass around the corner and it's gonna be on in the back seat. But this other motherfucker that look just as sexy, I might have to put in a little work to get that.
You're gonna have to
A
work
lot of
for
that.
He
that.
may have to do a little maneuvers to get that. One's gonna come quick and one may take a little work, but the man still gonna look. I don't give a shit what it is.
Because I
I
had
don't
a
matter.
friend, she
Huh?
was married to this guy. I had a friend, she was married to this guy, and she introduced me to his friend. Well, her husband gonna tell her, oh, he ain't gonna never get her. And that I don't know how to, as a woman, you answer this for me, Ron, as a man.
Okay.
I don't know how that was supposed to make me feel, because when she told me what her husband said, I don't know what it was about me that he read, because when I met him, I already said, nah, he's handsome, but this ain't gonna be nothing I'm gonna go for.
Well, I think like if you may answer that, first of all, she shouldn't have told you that. Second of all, that could have been some little messy shit on her part. So I mean, a man, I mean, she just assumed that. So she igging at you. That has shit to do with the man. She igging at you, saying, my husband said, oh, my boyfriend said that. That's a female egg thing. Now you got to take that on with that chick. Because yet I don't think that guy said, I ain't gonna get that shit. I doubt that, because men got
No, her
confidence like
husband
that.
said that to her. She said this is what her exact words, so close on these lines were. He said, my husband told me that you and him wasn't gonna work. He looked at you and said, nah, he's not gonna be able to date her. When I
There
met
is
him,
some
I
men
didn't know
out
that.
there that look at women and says, nah, she out my league. That they are. There's
Right
some ones
off.
who they
Right off.
right off. They could come and it don't be that she too sexy, or maybe they can't compete with you intellectually. They listen to you out there like, oh shit, she kind of deep, fine
Well,
as a
you know
motherfucker.
what? A
I
lot of
like to kick it
people,
with her. I like to kick it with her, but you know what? Ooh, no, she just out my league. A lot of men be that. They be intimidated, and a lot of them be intimidated by strong women and stuff like that. Say they have to
I
leave.
heard that. I
And,
heard.
and some of them, and then they see the ones that's going to be a drive-by. The proud person of being a proud Afro-American woman. So you listen on the phone, they think you're going to be something else, and they see you like, bam, and you got braids and you carrying your blackness. Whoop, that's wonderful. That's
Exactly.
wonderful, in my opinion. They should. They hear my voice on there, they be like, this must be some big giant motherfucker, some OG like that. Then they see me and I'm happy going, I'm like this. I mean, that's a feather in your hat, girl. You need to put that shit like, next.
You
I really
too.
a bit much on the
It's a
things
bit
that
much.
happen to us. And you know, when
Yeah.
I'm in relationships, the first thing they think is, oh, she's so sweet, she's so nice. I am sweet, I am nice, but don't push that button, because you will wake up the devil.
That's
Absolutely.
right. And I appreciate you coming 100, Sylvia. Your comments, your history, you sharing.
Mhm.
I'm quite sure that is helping somebody out here, because there's a lot of people going through
Absolutely.
that. And this is what we do here on the Donna Smith Show, Grown Folk Talk. And I want to say I appreciate it. And in 2 weeks, we going to do this. We going to bring you guys some good stuff. And I'm looking to see it in. Good
Right.
night.
Night night.